Hey guys, we're back with another episode of WWE SuperCard, which we're going to get straight into King of the Ring rewards, play some Road to Glory, which we're not that far off finishing off. Season 1 King of the Ring first. I know I went out in the semi-finals, but we'll get 2 crappy Survivor cards and see what we get. No, I don't want to share it on Facebook. Wow, Jimmy Uso, I only mentioned on Twitter, I think last night, that I pulled 9 of this fucker back in season 1. I guess now I'm at 10. Makes Dolph Ziggler like 5 legendaries look not as bad. Right, this King of the Ring was, honestly, I thought it was going to be fairly straightforward, but this was a fucking nightmare. Lost the first game to Jason here, and I don't know what the fuck happened. All I know is I energized cards and I come back in and it's jumbled my tags, which I have no words really for that one. I would have lost it anyway, regardless. There's like no excuses there. Shoved Sting in the tag as well. Won both the tag matches, and Brie got me the win in the final one there. Third one I think was 4-1 in the end. Yeah, so that was a tight one. I actually thought I was going to go out in a semi and get semi bumped, and I was not best pleased. I wasn't really planning on worrying too much about the final because I knew after game 2, whatever the result was, I wasn't likely to get back online again in time for game 3. The first one was I moved the cards around and obviously won. Second one, Sting beat my Taker, Cena beat Ziggler, Ryback beat Sting, his Divas beat my Divas, and yeah, it's 5-0 in the second game actually, yeah. So that was pretty rough. I actually managed to get online with 1 minute and 9 seconds left until game time for game 3. And I was like, fuck it, I'll energize and just move cards around. I don't think I managed to do it as successfully as I wanted to. Obviously, I was going to put Eve back in the tag and put Legendary Pro Brie here. Not that it really made too much difference in the end. Be interesting to know actually. One nice addition for this would at least be if they actually showed you the other card stats. Not necessarily for until obviously the end of a brackets game, because otherwise it's taking the piss too much. But just here at the end for like a single power match, it just would be nice with no supports to actually know how much they actually won by. But never mind. Getting straight into the rewards, I'm not going to say anything about what I would like or what I wouldn't like, because that tends to get me into trouble. So just straight to claim rewards and let's see what we get. So let's see what epic card we get then. Okay, now I think they're actually both pros, to be fair. Obviously Brian's not really any use whatsoever. I'll probably silver star the epic. In fact, I might actually do that now just for the hell of it. I'm pretty sure Henry's a pro. Let's just double check. Yep, Henry's a pro. Again, it's another crap pro to add into Ziggler and Miz and Sheamus and Swagger. Never mind. Let's have a look at epics. I'm pretty sure D-Boy is. Yeah, he is. And just for the hell of it, combine. Yep, don't give a shit. And there we go, Silver Star D-Boy, which should be fed to probably Mark Henry. Just before I do some Road to Glory, I'm going to go Fusion Chamber here and make some more rare loyalties, which I've been playing around with for the last couple of days. Have I actually got any left? Yeah, I have. We're going to do random ones. And basically the idea behind this is, so I have no survival. Oh, it's uncombinable. Yeah, I have no real logic behind this. I just would like to get a loyalty page, just use as an avatar for a while. See what we get. I did get Stephanie McMahon the other day, so that's something. Okay, Jerry Sags, that actually looks pretty sweet, to be fair. Can't really complain too much with that one. Where are we going? Have I gone too far? There we go. Random, throw in Jimmy Uso number 10. Maybe I'll actually get something good from Jimmy Uso for once instead of just complete crap. and it's an edge. Probably get fed, to be fair, so will probably Joey Sags, to be honest, but get us rid of those two survivor cards, and so taking up space out of the way. While I'm actually here, while I think about it, I'm going to look at these fucking really cool uncommon enhancements I shoved on just to make some space because I had nothing to feed at the time. So I'm going to get rid of, I think, Miz, and he is going to be replaced by Seth Rollins, who's still being trained up. So that's that done away. I won't start King of the Ring yet, and now it's just going to be Road to Glory gameplay. I don't know what the hell's going on with difficulty of this. It's after about 60 points into Seth, it got rock hard, and it was just like, yep, +1s are the only way to go. And same as the last Road to Glory, when obviously you got onto the event card, then it reset the difficulty for the first 50 points or so. It done the same here, but then at 50 points it just seemed to go back down to +1s, which I was expecting. And then I don't know what happened last night. It just changed, and I was able to do a few +6s up until about 80 odd points, and then it just seemed to be like, actually no, fuck you, you're going back to +1s, and it's been doing +1 since. So yeah, I don't know if they changed something or if it was just bugging out, or you know what the hell is going on. But oh well. The reason I've got obviously some super rares in here is just because I was getting fed up of like 6-5, you know, 7-6, those kind of results in +1s, and it's really pissing me off because obviously my divas suck with the exception of Brie, and it was just costing me too many games. So I've dropped in a few super rares and rares, so the +1s are at least, you know, somewhat doable. But what else have we got to talk about? I don't even know. Updates. Yeah, they've updated. No, they've announced that in the next update they're going to be bringing teams into SuperCard. They haven't really told us too much about how it's going to work. They said that it's going to be, I think, maximum of 10 players per team. I don't know if you'll be able to be in multiple teams. I would guess not, because it wouldn't really make too much sense. But hey, you never know. And they haven't really given any mechanics about how it works at all. I'm thinking it's probably going to take, say, either one card from each person, whether that's random or pre-selected, I don't know. Then throws it all into a group, and then the computer generates like a gauntlet match kind of thing, where it pulls out 1 against 1, loser fucks off, winner stays on, and then it just goes through that. But as to how it's going to work, what kind of game modes it's going to be in, and what kind of prizes, if any, there's going to be, or if it's just going to be like a league table, you know, who knows. It's one of those things where I think they've somewhat decided to release very basic details just to see what kind of feedback they can get, and then depending on when the update is planned, obviously they can maybe tweak things here and there. Or could be completely wrong on that. But one thing the video about teams did actually let us in on was that an epic Bayley card is in the works, which means that there's clearly going to be new cards added to at least epic card tier, unless they're just randomly going to add just Bayley, which wouldn't really make too much sense. We're drawing +1s here. This is kind of embarrassing. But yeah, so epic Bayley is coming, which is great. I'd love a Bayley card. It's kind of odd that Bayley would get a card when you've got, oh, I don't know, Charlotte, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks don't actually have any cards above. Did they go up to, well, Sasha I think is up to uncommon, I can't remember, but they don't have epic cards for sure anyway. So it's a little bit strange that they're going straight to Bayley there. But the funniest thing about this is everyone knows by now that Paige and Eve are both up arrows for obviously epic and legendary tier, and there's no down arrows. So you would at least think there's going to be some kind of logic and they're going to give Bayley the down arrow. But no, she's another up arrow, and I don't have the words for that one, to be honest. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that leaves us with surely the only other option is to, seeing as obviously Charlotte and Sasha already have cards in the game with, I don't know if they're left arrows or right arrows or what they are off the top of my head, but Becky Lynch is not in the game, so give us a fucking Becky Lynch card and make her a down arrow. Although, you know, it's just going to be, they'll add her and she'll also be an up arrow, and it makes absolutely no sense at all. Although, to be perfectly honest, I would actually rather the Divas just have left and right arrows. There's not enough cards to warrant them having left, right, up and down. At least with the guys, there's a big mix. With, you know, the Divas, there's 7 legendary cards, and 2 of them are up arrows, the other 5 are left or right. You know, even if it add Bailey to bring it up to 8 cards, and 3 of them are going to be up arrows. Like, what? It makes absolutely no sense. If you want, you know, to have more up arrows, then fine, add more up arrows, but then add down arrows and add more cards. Give us an epic and legendary Bailey, which you're obviously planning on doing. Give us Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Sasha. Throw in some legends. Like, now, you must have the right for Lita, at least. So just do it. Throw her out now, and, you know, be done with it. I'm talking nonsense here. I don't even have a clue whether I'm winning or losing this match. But yeah, I've kind of gone off on a kind of bit of a tangent here, but I'm looking forward to the teams thing, but at the same time, it's, yeah, what's the saying? You know, some kind of trepidation. Is that even the right word? I don't know. But it's one of those things where it sounds like it could be a good idea, but it's also one of those that could go really, really wrong. And I'm not sure which of those it actually is at the moment. Obviously, none of us will know until it's out. But one thing I did notice is they keep hinting that there's going to be like sneak peek videos, you know, every week or so-ish. Which leads me to believe that the update's not imminent. Also shown on the video is a mailbox, so I'm guessing that the next video for next week, sneak peek, is going to be mailbox, which I hope to Christ is going to replace the global chat nightmare, which is really, really the stupidest and worst thing they could have possibly come up with. If anyone's ever gone into it, then you'll know exactly why I'm saying this. If you've not gone into it, don't. There's a lot of stuff in there which is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm not going to say like the kind of stuff because it's really bad, but I'm hoping that means it's gone. And the mailbox, I would hope somewhat, is that they've only done it between people that you've got either you're friends with or you're in a team with them, because otherwise, if it's just, you know, anyone can message you, then it kind of defeats the point in getting rid of global chat, because it's going to be the same crap. And King of the Ring chat is bad enough at times with people being absolute twats. So yeah, the mailbox thing may be yet another bad idea. You know, time will tell. But I'm expecting that to be next week's video. Possibly, I guess the update could come the week after. Would that put us at PCC week? What are we now? We are Road to Glory, then Ring Domination, then PCC. So yeah, if next week's video is the mailbox, then it's possible that the update could come the weekend after what would be Ring Domination. So possibility of looking around about 10 days till update, and then PCC hits. Remains to be seen. They're obviously very tight-lipped on any kind of updates, and all you ever get is soon. And it's like, yeah, that's, you may as well have just told us nothing. You could say October, you could say November, you could say by the end of the year. Anything is better than saying soon. Soon is worthless. Soon is just, yeah, soon is soon. Soon is pointless. Soon is like saying, you know, Cena wins. Yeah, we get that it's coming, we know it's going to happen, but when is the more important part. What am I? 3-3 on a fucking +2. These +2s are not going very well. me, Jack Swagger won a match. I'm actually going to wrap it up after this match. I think I've rambled on for probably far too long. Obviously we got the really quality King of the Ring pool of Mark Henry, which gives me a pro, which is I guess useful in Road to Glory, which is what I'm doing now perfectly well without Mark Henry. And to be honest, the biggest thing that's actually going to help in Road to Glory is Diva Pros, and the biggest thing that's actually going to help me out anywhere is Diva Pros, or proing either Cena or Lesnar. Cena, Lesnar, Divas, on some levels, yes. Proing The Rock would help, but it's already Left Arrow City with Sting and Undertaker. Obviously got Edge in there, but Finn Balor is also a Left Arrow for some odd reason. So I don't need another strong Left Arrow. I'm not going to say no to The Rock. Obviously, Road to Glory deck, that'd be a massive help, but short-term help. Really just need Divas. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, we should get this match. And there's the rare Stephanie McMahon I was talking about the other day. That's not going to be really anything other than random avatar champion pick thing. See if we can end the video with actually some kind of a decent pull. Speaking of decent pulls, I did pull. I got my legendary pull yesterday, which was Roman Reigns, which was not a pro, but perfectly happy with pulling a decent single. I'm not going to complain whatsoever about decent singles, which is weird. You know, won't complain about a decent single, but will complain about crap pros, even though crap pro is going to help me more than a decent single. But oh well. So that's going to be it for this video. I'll probably ramble off about 20 minutes again. So I will leave you with this. Mark Henry, absolute crap. And I'm in absolutely no rush to pro him up. If it had been something decent and useful, I would have actually smashed through his training, got him ready before putting him in the King of the Ring. But I'm in no rush at all to do anything with him whatsoever. I might actually put him in Ring Domination, Road to Glory deck. Just so I finish that off over tonight and tomorrow. But in absolutely no rush whatsoever. As I said, he's only going to be used in Road to Glory, and we've got what, another Ring Domination, PCC, Ring Domination, and then Road to Glory. So it's going to be another, what's that, 3 or 4 weeks until he's actually useful. So, and who knows, we might even have a new tier by then. But yeah, there's a new pro. I'm marginally more excited about this than I was when I got Jack Swagger. At least Mark Henry didn't get a middle finger. But he may not even be pro by next time I actually upload a video. He may still be just there with no games played. I really don't know. But yeah, anyway, I said I'm going to go for about the last 4 or 5 minutes, so I'm actually going to go now. If you guys like the video, obviously drop a like, sub, share the video around, and there should be some nice videos coming up through this week if everything goes to plan, so obviously look out for those, and I'll catch you guys later.